You're going to start this by drawing a straight vertical line down your paper. I have mine kind of in the middle, but you can have yours off to the side if you wish. Draw this line very lightly, as we're going to be erasing most of it later. Next, coming from that line, you're going to draw a hill that comes out from the line and goes back in. Notice that it goes up very gradually and comes back very gradually. That will give the look that the paper is being pulled open. The next thing we're going to do is make this paper look like a piece of notebook paper, and that's where a blue colored pencil comes in handy. And you are going to need a ruler now because we have some measuring to do. I'm measuring my lines about a centimeter apart. I'm starting from that center vertical line, and I'm putting a mark every centimeter all the way out on both sides of my paper. To give the real look of notebook paper, it's going to be really important that those lines are very evenly spaced. Take some time and make those marks. If you don't have a ruler handy, you could always just take a piece of notebook paper and lay it on top of your drawing and put a little tick mark, kind of like I have, everywhere you see a line on your notebook paper, and that would give the same measurements that I have right now. Next, using my straight edge and my blue colored pencil, I just connect the dots. Watch my hand on the ruler. I have my hand really spread out so that my ruler doesn't move as I'm trying to draw. Keep drawing those lines straight up and down until you get close to that opening we created. You don't want your blue lines to touch that yet. I'll talk about that next step in a minute. Now that I have my lines up into my opening, I'm going to use my straight edge again, and this time I'm going to start drawing my lines, but I'm going to stop before I get close or too close to my opening. Then, with my just freehanding it, I'll take my pencil at the largest part of that opening, that hill, and I'll draw a gentle line that kind of follows the contour of it to meet those straight lines that I drew. So I'll just continue drawing that curve. Notice how the lines pretty much touch or meet each other at the very top of that curve. That's where the paper would be pulled the tightest. If you notice at the widest part, some of my outer blue lines don't quite touch at the widest part. They get very close, but there is a little bit of a space there. And if yours touches, not a big deal. I'll do the same thing on the other side, working with some straight lines up and down until I get close to my opening, and then I'll just freehand draw that curve to make it look like the paper is being pulled back. To finish off the look, I'll need a red or a dark orange colored pencil, and I'm going to use my straight edge to draw a horizontal line across my paper to make it look like the red line you'd see on a piece of notebook paper. And then I'll finish it off by adding the little detail of what looks like punched holes. Now you can certainly punch holes in your paper if you want. I'm just going to draw them to make it look like it has punched holes. To get just the right size hole punch that I need, I'm going to actually punch a hole into a piece of paper. I ended up using a sticky note because that's what I had, and it worked well because I could stick it to my paper and it wouldn't move as I was tracing. I just punched a hole in, place it on the notebook paper where I think it should belong, and then very, very lightly draw a circle. Now this has been a really good start to our drawing. We're really going to bring it to life with some shading, and we'll tackle that another day.